while we're talking.
Oh, it still happens?
I
Yeah,
think
we
so.
can't hear it though. Do, 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 do. That's a what? What beat is that though?
I have
That's
no
an
idea.
OG joint, like
You're
New
asking
Orleans
the wrong
joint.
guy.
Okay.
You are
We,
not.
we are live. Ladies and
We are
gentlemen,
live.
welcome to the show. I'm Zach Schwartz. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Not the funnest games.
No.
Not the best basketball, but we doing good.
I'm pretty out on this whole evening of games as far as these series go. I mean, I'll still have them on, but it's very much I'll get other things done while it's going on. So, we have a very, very special guest tonight. I don't know if we're ready to get her on here quite yet. Is
I think
she?
we're gonna
Is she?
talk about the games first, and then she's gonna hop on.
Okay. All right. We'll go through these first. Okay. All right. First and foremost, Heat Sixers do this. Sorry. Do the Sixers?
This motherfucker.
Put that espresso down, Chief.
Do the Sixers. yeah.
Put that
Go ahead and
espresso
down it,
down.
bro. Go ahead and down it. You
Put
need
the
all that,
espresso
bro.
down and take
Try
a
this
disco
again.
biscuit. Take a disco biscuit.
Disco biscuit or some of that magic powder. You know what I'm saying?
Staring up at that light. All right, boys.
Right.
Do the Sixers stand a chance if Joel Embiid comes back, or when Joel Embiid comes back?
The Sixers have about as much of a chance of winning this series as strippers do of walking out with no dollar bills when James Harden pulls up to the strip club.
What's crazy about this series is me watching Harden and me watching Hero. You know what I mean? And I'm like, Hero is the reason Harden wasn't in Miami. And it was a crazy thing back then. But what's crazy now is the fact that it was the best decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I did not, dude. Like, I think Harden at best right now is a second man. And Tyrese Maxey, we said it, he might be the third. Tyrese Maxey playing better. Bro, they have no chance of beating the fucking Heat. They're Spo coach, and it's just a better team.
Joe, you got any thoughts?
Shit's over. This
It
shit
is.
over. These non Warriors Grizzly night. I mean, it's just on both sides of the ball. We know that without Embiid, the Sixers literally are about to get cooked, Cookie Johnson, if you will.
Facts.
And there's no fans even in the stands in Miami watching. And this to another point. I'm watching the game, like third quarter started. Literally, the stands are empty. I want to know, are all those fans just, they've been hitting that white so hard, they got the squirts, and they just literally, because you know that. That when you're at Coachella, if you have to take a number one, you're fine. But if you have to number two, oh no, I'm not implying it. I'm just saying merely when bowel movements happen, nothing to do with any
Of
physical
course.
ailment. But the line to use the stall is literally around the corner. So I'm always curious. I've wanted to know for like the last 15, 20 years. Heat fans, what are you doing at that halftime? Nachos into Tootie into not coming back to the seats till like the fourth quarter. And can they do something about the sanitation at FTX Arena?
Joe, they call it marching powder for a reason. Those people are got to be standing up, walking around, trying to find a drink or a beverage. I don't think it's concessions thing. I just don't think they're selling out these games, which is insane because it's a very
You're
talented
competing
team.
with Miami, though. Miami
True.
basketball is competing with Miami. You're not going to beat Miami, dog.
Miami is not that is cracking. Let's be real. Miami's
I
about the size of
enjoy
Venice
Miami.
Beach. Miami's about the size of Venice Beach. I enjoy it. Half-built buildings, no infrastructure. The dope game was heavy. It's like they just started funneling and embezzling, hiding money, and they just said, fuck it, let's move on. Put it all in crypto. Don't finish any of these buildings. But the city's cracking, but what else is going on? Not till like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning.
I mean, there's an F1 race out there this weekend, and
Get the
I don't
fuck
think-
out of
I
here,
think-
man.
Yeah, you should go to that. You should cover that
Yeah,
F1
no.
race, Zach. I know how much you love F1.
What are you doing here? Wow.
Complete sense. You
Don't.
should hit up the F1 and see if they'll let you cover that race because I would love your unique perspective on F1 racing.
Please do not do that to me. All right, don't do that. All right? I'm already trying to mute. I'm muting anyone whose story's there, so I don't have to feel any of the FOMO. All right. There's another game tonight. Suns Mavs. Obviously, first few quarters were all right, and then the Mavs it ended up like being a 30-point loss. Is there any key? Like, is this is just a 4-game series now, right?
Both of these. Like, there's what bothers me about the Mavs series is that I promised myself I wouldn't waste a second, and I saw the score. Oh, this may be a good game, and I still wasted my time. I went against my own, you know what I'm saying? My own best judgment. If you look at the Mavs versus Suns, if you break them down, the Suns are better in every fucking single way. There is no way they have a chance of winning. So yeah, there's no.
It's rough. Joe, you got any thoughts?
If Devin Booker's name was Devin Bookeranovic, a lot of you guys on here would be telling me he's the GOAT. You'd be telling me he's the undisputed MVP. If his skin was a lighter shade of skinned, a lighter shade of skinned, a lot of you on here be telling me he's the GOAT. He's generational, plays winning basketball. All those things you use
Joe,
for other humans.
Joe, I just want to point out that these are the moments, him getting clapped up by this Suns team, him getting bounced out of the playoffs last year, I believe getting bounced out the year before that. Joe, these are the things that one Rich Paul will use to build a presentation to get that man to join the Los Angeles Lakers, all right? Soon enough, Joe. He will be a Laker.
It's unfortunate. And to all the amazing Laker fans out there, you've done nothing but embrace us LeBron fans with love and loyalty and allegiance. Some of you guys were outliers and hating, thought he was just there to make movies. No, Space Jam 2 and championships, we can do both. The franchise might be cooked, Zach. It's looking cooked. They're not giving Bron any input. They're blaming him for the Westbrook deal. And again, if you're going to blame him for Westbrook, then praise him for championships. Players fuck up. Pimps fuck up, okay? This is a reality of life, but I don't know. This is tough.
I don't necessarily think Luka will be a Laker, but I do think if you're a Mavs fan, you need to get him help because initially it was Kristaps Porzingis. You got rid of him and got him Dinwiddie. I don't think that's enough. Certainly to win in a later playoff series. So I do think if you're a Mavs fan, you better keep that man fucking happy.
Do you think that Luka's been to Popeyes before? How many times do we think Luka's been to Popeyes? Because he just reminds me of that lady who was killed over after making all those chicken sandwiches.
Every time.
The squad. But I just want to know, like, does Luka been to Popeyes, and how many biscuits do we think Luka can eat in one sitting? I'm going to say 12.
I'd say 13.
I would love
What's
to
crazy?
Look at you guys.
Luka and Zion at Summer League having a biscuit eat-off for charity. $1 billion raised.
That's way better than this fucking series. I know that. I definitely tap in to watch that. I might pay to watch that shit. What's crazy watching Booker, you were talking about how good he is. I'm really surprised every time he misses a shot. Every time Booker misses a shot, I'm like, God damn. Like, yeah, it's shocking. That motherfucker's game is so pure.
It is. It's beautiful. And I mean, it surprised me a little bit because we were talking about, they have you're saying how the Mavs don't have any of the best pieces or any of the best things going from coaching, whatever. When you were like, they don't have the best player, I was like,
Booker's the best player on that court, dog.
You're right.
I don't want to hear nothing about motherfucking Luka shooting 24% from the 3-point line. No, I don't want to hear nothing about that motherfucker. Not happening.
I like Jalen Brunson, but I just don't think that's enough support.
Jalen had like what? 6 points today or something. Like he averaged 30 in the last series. And I will say this too: the one series the Mavs have won, Luka didn't get 2 of them wins. That series don't count, baby. He was sitting out. You know what I mean? You feel me? He don't get that. You don't get that for showing up, cheering people on, waving a towel like Mateen Cleaves. Hell no, G. You know what I'm saying? We don't count that. Bro, you know what I mean? Participation trophy,
bro. You're under surveillance now. You about to be under surveillance. You can't talk like that. You can't talk like that about Luka. You can't point out these deficiencies.
I can't point out the facts.
We got to pretend like he was there for every win. And we got to
good job, Luka.
We got to play Devin Booker like he's not the one. Like he didn't bag a Kardashian. No sex tapes. Did y'all see that whole nonsense with the Ray J and the whole?
Ray J's out here just doing.
What happened? Give Ray J respect. Basically, Ray J, they tried to play Ray
One
J.
Wish was a fire song. People don't want to talk about it though. He had a slap too.
Ray J, talented actor, Sinbad show. Give Ray J his flowers. But Ray J basically spilled the beans that Kim and Kris Jenner were in on the release of the tape back in the day that propelled Kim to stardom, and that they all got a bag off of it. But now they're trying to play him. Kanye got involved. There's a lot of stuff going on. So just pray for Ray J, a visionary icon, Brandy's brother.
I saw him at Target like 6 months ago. He was like, "Hey, someone come fucking help me!" Yelling at the tech desk because there's no.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he's standing there trying to buy some headphones, and there was no one there to like open the crate.
Doesn't he have his own headphones? He doesn't even use his own headphones that he's selling to folks.
I don't know what was going on. It was one of those ones where I was like, that cannot be Ray J. And then I had a ring out over there too. I was buying something for the PlayStation. So I'm like standing there, and the guy comes up. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, and then it was for sure Ray J buying headphones. I don't know what brand they were.
Zach?
What's that?
Did you get an autograph?
No. No, certainly I did not.
Did he smell good? Rich people be smelling so good, dog.
It was hard. Target has such a
You smell
distinct
good,
aroma.
dog.
You know what I mean? Like, you know the Target smell?
Target smells good to me, dog. You
do.
tripping? Okay,
No.
okay. I thought you was being
That's what I'm
bougie.
saying. It was so overpowering, I couldn't really get a smell of Ray J. You know?
Zach, you have Negro tendencies.
Unfortunate.
Let's just point that out. You have Negro tendencies. Compliment of the day.
All right, dude, is our illustrious guest ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
Chuck, Jordan, we have the legend, Jordan Liggins. She hosts a wonderful podcast called Spencer's, and very soon she'll be doing a show for Buckets covering all things WNBA. The show will be called the Buckets 5. Jordan, oh, here we go. Boom.
Jordan
There she
getting
is.
bags.
Awesome.
Jordan out
welcome.
here getting bags. Get a bag from Wave. Invoice Brian Vern. Let's get it. You already know what time it is.
Yes.
Bag season is
am.
upon us.
You're doing like 37 things. So every time I look up on the internet, there you are doing stuff, hosting. Did some stuff for Jordan Brand. You're all over the
Right.
place. So we out here rocking with you. You know, you've been
Thank
doing your
you.
thing. Glad to have you on the team and the family. The Buckets 5 premiere Friday. Only on Buckets.
Let's go.
Oh, yes.
Are we pulling
I
up to a
love it.
Sparks game and win? And on Wave. Corporate.
100%.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I want to be on the floor.
Side.
We're
Yeah.
going
I think
floor.
we deserve
That's-
court side.
Feet on the
It might be
floor?
that time. It might be that time.
It
10
is
feet
that
on the
time.
wood. You know, it's 10 feet on the wood. That's my favorite word.
Jordan, tell us a bit about your new show, what people can look forward to, plug away, if you will.
Yes. Plug. Show is called The Buckets 5. It is all about the WNBA, on court, off the court, everything. Also player interviews. That's what I'm really excited about, to really be able to show personalities of these players, because I feel like that doesn't get shown a lot. So that's what we're gonna do. Only on Buckets. Subscribe.
The players love you too. Like they like really enjoy being around you. You get stuff out of them that most people don't. So I'm excited about this.
Thank you. I try to say that's my superpower, where we're automatically best friends. Like, you don't really have a choice. We're best friends. And people just go with it. It
You're
works.
so likable, man. It's impossible
Yeah.
not to like you. It's,
Yeah.
not, it's impossible to be a
I'm
fan. You know what I
sitting here
mean?
and I'm like, did she use that trick on me when I first met her?
Right.
It works.
So fast. Oh.
Right. That's good.
All right, Buckets
Oh.
5. The first thing is 5 things that fans should know about the WNBA. What is one of those things that fans most need to know going into this WNBA season?
Yes. Well, there's a lot you need to know, but I think one thing that sticks out is the schedule change. So we're starting the season a little earlier. Normally it's about mid-May, end of May, but because FIBA World Cup that's happening in September, they had to like scoot up the season. But I'm happy about that, because that means we get the season faster. So
Let's get
not an issue for me. But they also changed the playoffs thing because the Chicago Sky last year completely wrecked the system of going through single elimination games. Single elimination games are no more in the WNBA playoffs, which was really fun. It had we had a time. It was great, but
Yeah.
no more. But we get more games, so it's good either way.
So what's the 6th thing that y'all couldn't put in the Buckets 5? I know y'all had like 8 or 9 things and had to chop it down to 5. I need to know what number 6 was.
Oh gosh, you have to go through the Google Doc history. I'm trying to.
You know,
No, I think there's so many things I'm excited, and I could have gone team by team and player by player. We have another video coming out about the 5 players that I'm most excited about this season. So I think those were the things that probably were left off. I would have went I'm excited for the Sparks, and that would have just been its own.
That's a show. That's its own episode.
You talked about how the WNBA roster is the hardest roster to make. I'm wondering how many of these rookies, like you said, like lottery type picks might not make the roster. How many people in the draft do you think will make the roster?
I saw a stat the other day that said since the very first draft in 1997, only 42% of players that get drafted make a team. And that is a wild percentage. Just
Crazy.
in general. That's just the beginning. And I think that stays true year to year. For example, the Aces traded up for the 4th pick, and then that player got waived. Didn't even make training camp. Up to pick someone, and then they still don't make it. That's what we're in right now. That's what we're in. It is players that are getting waived that are shocking everybody. Field was Rookie of the Year 2 years ago, and she gets waived by Minnesota. Like, nobody is, you guys. This is a really hard job to make.
I had no idea about that. That's wild.
I mean, there's been talks about should they do a G League. I think Stewie today tweeted about letting some of the players not count against the roster because of the 144 players released, only like 133 have guaranteed spots. What do you think would be an easy, efficient solution? Because I've always said this about the NBA, that every team should have their own G League team. There's enough bread if you really want to cultivate American hoops. And I think the same thing about the WNBA. If you're going to make that investment, every team should have their own G League team and have a squad that's really going to develop and cultivate the game here first.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this. I think there's levels to it. I think the thing I would do is extend the roster. So right now it's capped at 12. Let's make that 15, and those can be practice players. Throw them, a little bit of money just so they can develop. If somebody gets hurt, then they can be an immediate call up, because that's not even a thing right now. Mm-hmm. The next step to me would be adding more teams to the existing WNBA. Like, I just can't imagine that it's easier to start a whole league, a whole developmental league, than to add 2 teams in different markets that don't have that. So that's what I've been brain about, is like, okay, if we get 3 more teams, if we put our pennies together and we get a team, and like that would help add, that's 15 more roster spots, so that's 12 more roster spots on each of those teams. I think that would be an immediate solution. For developmental league, that would be a dream, but I think first it comes adding more roster spots to be practice players, and then adding more teams in different markets that don't have them, bringing back teams are no longer here. That would be my first step.
Okay.
Something has to happen though.
With the developmental league, like, they probably won't get paid much. There's already issues with pay in the WNBA. Why would you just not go overseas, get your reps overseas, and get paid way more? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, if you get waived right now, there is no league for you to really go to. Like, if you get waived on May 4th,
it's
like you're
season over
right.
Overseason,
right. So the W is really the only league that goes during the summer. So you're just kind of like, I was just thinking about today. You're hoping that somebody picks you up. You're still in the gym, but you're really just preparing for the doesn't start until the fall. Like, you're kind of stuck. Like, that's how I feel. It's not like you can just go and hop and go to another league right now. It's about
I want to ask. I've been waiting to drop this one. What is the most intriguing thing for this upcoming WNBA season that a fan needs to be watching out for? Player, storyline, people that hate each other. What do you got? The most intriguing single storyline to pull from? Drop that on us.
Oh, I think the Indiana Fever is one team that I think is interesting to watch, because they had 4 picks round of the draft. They are notorious just what we were talking about, waiving their first round picks, waiving their star players. It's chaos over there. Absolute chaos. And now they have pretty much all rookies starting and their whole team. And it could go really good or it could continue to go really. But I'm excited to figure it out. That's a little part of me where I'm curious of which direction it goes. But besides that, Deladon is back. She's healthy. We miss watching EDD full strength. So I'm really excited about that. Liz Cambage is in LA. I saw her in the preseason game. She almost got a tech. She fouled out in a preseason game at Northridge. So I'm like, when the season actually starts, I can't wait. So yeah, those are characters that I'm excited to watch.
We have a bunch of people in the comments shouting out Brittany Griner, and I was wondering if you had any sort of update you wanted to give to them as far as where things are at, just in the most layman's terms, where things are at with her case right now.
Yeah, Free BG. The latest update that I've read is that basically it's been that it's a wrongful. What I don't even know the correct term, but basically they are going to be able to fight for her and she's not going to have to go through the Russian jurisdiction system, which is a good sign. That's a really good sign. The other update is that the WNBA is going to honor her on all of the courts with her initials and her jersey number to really make sure that we're not talking about it. It's a real tough situation for the league they don't want to be over animated about it, but they don't want to say anything. So I feel like their peace offering of like, okay, we're going to make sure that we're going to have her initials and her number on every court. Even at the draft, that was the first thing that the commissioner said, we are working tirelessly to bring Brittany Griner home. And I think that of all the fans, we want her home. We want her with her family. It sucks that she has to even be in Russia in the first place, playing overseas. So there's layers to this, but we just want her safe. And everyone is watching diligently to see updates to see when she comes home.
Right on. I appreciate it. All right, last thing here. If a person is an NBA fan and they're not watching the WNBA, why should they start?
First, shame. I think, I don't know, like hoop is hoop. That's what I always say. If you love basketball, you are going to love the WNBA because there are ridiculously skilled players in this league. They are pros, and we have Rookie of the Year. You get an award, doesn't matter. Somebody's taking your spot. Like there are really, really, really good basketball players that are playing in this league. And if you want crossovers, I was there live when Super touched Earth because Erica Wheeler crossed her
Why'd you bring that up?
I'm so sorry to bring this up on this wonderful Lord's Day. But we had to bring it up. We have to bring it up.
With these weak ass games, now we got to hear about. Come on, man.
I'm sorry, but we have it all. It's all of that in the W. It's exciting, and once you start, I think I'm wanting to bring out those personalities because then you can latch on and be able to follow their career and follow them throughout the season. I think that may be the difference between NBA. You diehard team, and then the W don't know where to start, or your hometown doesn't have a team. But latch on to these personalities and some of these players, and look at the stats. There are really, really good players. And there's someone to root for everyone. You want a shot blocker, you want a good defender. There's a little bit of everyone. So come on over. Come to the orange side. It's wonderful over here.
Awesome, Jordan. We appreciate you jumping on. Where can people follow you and tap in so they don't miss any of these episodes going forward?
Yeah, so make sure to subscribe to the Buckets YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram at Jordan Liggins, on _ Jordan Liggins. And yeah, follow Bucket.
Right on. We appreciate you jumping on tonight. I
Appreciate
know
you,
it's late.
Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. She's so
Awesome.
cool, man.
She's the best. 100%.
Sheesh.
She's the best. Also, go check out Spinsters. She didn't plug it, but I will.
Fire.
Podcast.
Fire. I've been on there.
I'd argue the best Jordan in the game, but that's just me.
Keep it a
I
stack.
make that argument.
That's my goal. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let's run through these things. Joe, I know it's getting late over there, so I want to just hit these last few things. JJ Reddick. I'm shocked they keep having him on ESPN because every time he shows up there, he sets someone on fire. He kind of had enough and sort of snapped on them a bit in the best possible way. What did you guys think about that?
JJ is the definition of white privilege. I think, the thing, and this I'll be real. I love JJ. I think he's talented as shit, but he gets to come from an angle where he gets to have nuanced takes. He gets to sound like an expert and be professional. I wish that all talent got to operate like that. It seems like a lot of talent, they just got to say outlandish shit, give crazy hot takes, and that's the only way they'll get on TV. But I love what JJ's doing. I love what he's bringing to ESPN. I would like to see all talents be respected in that same way because he knows the game at a similar or same level as a guy like Perk or a guy like Richard Jefferson, some of these other guys out there, Matt Barnes, Steven Jackson. So, give these guys all the chance to kind of operate in that space instead of kind of pushing them to the other space where they just got to be the loudmouth black dude that says outlandish shit. But like I said, love what JJ's doing. Love he's bringing balance to the force, and I would love to see more guys be able to operate in that role as well.
I see Draymond being something like that, though.
Yeah,
when he steps, Draymond, the way where he comes from with basketball he's brilliant. He's a brilliant basketball mind, and I think being a defender, you can't go out there and not be understand everything about the game, or these demons will fucking cook you. Because we haven't seen offensive players like you see now. So the way he sees the game, he studies. He's watching film all the time. But I'm glad he took up for Draymond because Draymond was one of the most brilliant people speaking about basketball now. And it's wild that he was coming to, talking about Draymond as if he shouldn't be talking about the game. Like anybody at that table outside of JJ knows anything close to what the fuck Draymond knows about some motherfucking basketball. You feel what I'm saying?
What's wild is the human that we allowed to. I'm sorry, Zach, I'll just be quick.
Oh, no,
What's
please.
wild is the humans that we allowed to vote on basketball, vote on awards, literally be responsible for people getting their bags. And this is the shit that goes on. Dudes couldn't make
personalities, bro. They're not basketball fans.
In an empty gym, but we're asking and tasking these human beings to point out who are the top guys, and then we're giving these awards credence by allowing these awards to affect the bread that guys make. This shit is ridiculous. Got to stop. I'm willing to square up and go toe-to-toe with any human being out there. I will come out of retirement to bust Square Media ass just to bring balance to the force.
I love it.
I just think it's such a hack take at this point to be like, Draymond's a bad guy. Like, I don't understand. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, in my opinion. He's arguably he's one of the best defenders of this generation of players.
Who's a better defender in this generation than him? He's the best. Nobody. He is the best defender in this generation.
Nobody.
The other element of it is he's for sure gonna go. He's on my Mount Rushmore of trash talkers in the league. No doubt about that. And so it's just such a hack taking watching JJ dust the guy that's saying these shitty things was awesome. So love that.
And he talked about the sentiment of just play ball, shut up, because he came on that podcast and we went on his podcast, which is really good. Gets a bunch of love because it's really good basketball conversation. And he's, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, I don't like the sentiment of he needs, and especially Draymond. You know what I mean? Some dudes be saying some wild shit. Not Draymond. Draymond comes from a very educated background when it comes to basketball. He's extremely knowledgeable. So shut the fuck up with that. You know what I'm saying? That's some flat out bullshit.
Yeah.
Look, has a man kicked a few dicks before? Yeah, but who hasn't? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I don't knock it. Look, it's a part of the game. Ultimately, the ref's not going to call it. Kick them dicks, Draymond. 100%. Kick away, doggy.
Do not let your past determine your future, okay?
I want
That's all
we got to do to
Draymond
survive
kids.
If you're down to kicking a dick or two, kick it.
I want a Draymond shirt that's blue and in yellow. It just says "kick them dicks" and then it's got a 2-3 on the back. I love that.
Kick a dick or two if you got to. Whatever you got to do to hoist the trophy. Them dick kicks.
They got to the Hall of Fame shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of trash talk,
Maybe we need to tap in. I kicked enough dicks in life. That's why I'm not as successful. You know what
I
I'm
kicked
saying?
a dick or two. Yeah,
Kick a couple
exactly.
dicks. You feel me?
Speaking of trash talk, Drake got into it with a random man on Instagram in the comment section.
She gone,
And-
Bubba. She
And
gone.
Drake followed the man's
He
wife
needs prayer.
and DM'd her and said, like, Mama, I'm here for you. Demon. An actual
He ain't
demon.
playing fair, dog. He ain't playing fair. He
gonna
breaking
say
the code, like Steve Kerr said.
Drake
Come
just
on,
signed that
man.
Universal Music Group deal, that multifaceted deal. He probably got about 500 mil coming. That's my boost you got to take for the team. Go ahead and get pregnant so we can live good for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
With that, we're going to split that. It's like that movie back in the day with Woody Harrelson in there.
Yeah.
Where you let the dude smack his boo.
Damn.
That's only for $1 million. With Drake, you might get about 50. No premium. No hot sauce in the Jimmy hat. Keep
Jesus
the Tabasco hidden.
Christ.
Oh yeah, that was also
Jesus
Drake, isn't
Keep
it?
the Tabasco hidden.
Dog, I'd feel bad for not letting my chick go. You know what I'm saying? Like if he hit her, I'm like, bro, you gotta understand. Like, bro,
I'm local.
I
I'm
will
local.
never
He's
show you the
international.
time. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
Drake will show you.
I'm local. He's international league.
I would be
Don't squander this
I'm a
opportunity.
basic bitch. You know, come on.
Is it
You
Beyonce
deserve
hitting me?
better, obviously.
I gotta
Beyonce
say,
DM me.
does that
Rihanna, it could be Solange. It ain't got to be Beyonce.
that would
I need
ruin
that.
the whole Drake catalog for me? I'd
Come
be
on. Tell him I said hi. How about that?
all right. Elsewhere on the also trash talking topic, Pat Beverly still trolling while in Cancun, reminding people that he, in fact, did not let John Morant do what John Morant is doing right now. What did y'all think, Pat Bev, getting this issue off?
Tweet from Cancun, Mexico.
Enjoy your vacation.
You didn't job busted that ass too, and hit the gritty on your
Oh, your logo?
Bro.
had Tim Morant all up in the video, dancing.
Come on, man.
I don't know why you drop that in if you're like, just don't do it. He did do a better job, but Desmond Bain also got his issue
Not
off
good
on
enough
you guys.
job?
What?
A better job still ain't doesn't get you a win. We don't care about better. Enjoy vacation, bro. You know what I mean?
Having Draymond or two of those dudes, it don't matter how many times you beat them, they will never let you get the best of them. They will keep talking shit despite how delusional they sound. So gotta rock with it. Gotta respect it because Pat Bev is richer than all of us. So
Easily.
ultimately, he can call us all broke asses, and we just have to take that L. Like Drake
And
said.
Pat Bev seems cool off court, actually. I don't know if
Yeah.
y'all seen his interviews. He seemed hella cool. But
He
bro,
seems
if I'm Pat, I'm not Pat Bev. If I'm me and they got the L, I'm gonna just chill and enjoy the Maldives. You feel what I'm saying?
100%.
You're also,
My phone's
you've
not
been
even coming
hooping
with me.
Tim, so you know you're not.
I would not open Tim's. I still don't wear
Hooping
polo
Tim.
t-shirts, white tees. You know what I mean?
White tees in the bubble.
He different. So it got him where he is. Good for him. You know what I'm saying?
Last night at the Hollywood Bowl, Dave Chappelle got tackled on stage by a person. I'm not quite sure the reasoning. There is no reason, obviously, for it, but I'm not quite sure the delusional reasoning that the person gave. Didn't look so good getting put into.
Turn that motherfucker into a pterodactyl.
Oh my!
That motherfucker look like Jeepers Creepers trying to sit up. You feel me? God damn.
Shout out to Chris Rock who won the night. Came
Oh
up on
yeah.
stage.
Was that Will Smith?
And the best part is I know they make you lock your phones up, which I'll never understand at this point in life with technology the way it is. But whenever you go to a comedy set, they make you lock your phones up. Security super difficult, but still getting videos out. There were still some people shooting that shit. So shout out to you guys for disobeying the rules and giving us the content that we crave.
They might have the extra burner. They might have the extra burner on them. They didn't know they had that extra phone on them. You feel me?
The Turner burner. You already
You
know.
feel me? Snuck in that thing. Good for them.
So someone keistered an iPhone to get that footage for us. Good for
Sheesh.
iPhone 7, 8, whatever it was.
Yeah. All right. The last thing. This is my favorite tweet of the day. A gentleman on Twitter.com seems to be confused and think that Dwayne Wade is part of Roe versus Wade. The exact series of tweets are fucking hilarious. It was one of those ones where I was like,
Take
there's
away
no
their
way.
right to vote. Take away their right
For
to
sure.
vote. You take away rights, take away that motherfucker's right to vote.
I want
Lou Roe versus Dwayne Wade. I mean, come on.
someone. This is the
What do you have to do with this?
he's commenting on this, and now I hear he's caught up in the abortion thing versus Roe. Why is he involved in all this? Damn, you are dense. I want to shout out very quickly AK, who replied and has one of the top replies on the whole thread, and he made a meme, the LeBron Wade meme, where he's throwing the oop to him and they're running out of the frame, and he put Roe on one of the Bucks defenders. AK, you are a genius. And then a fan commented on it and said Luke Rochard Mbamute. And I was giggling the whole time, which, it is not a funny topic, but sometimes
This is
Twitter will
Black
catch
Twitter,
it.
Zach. We do not give a fuck. We will make anything a funny topic. We support, the Supreme Court not overturning it. And if we got to run the fade on Alito and the rest of them, it's what it's going to have to be.
Hey,
Fades will be
set the
ran.
fair one up. Set the fair one up.
Squabbles will be had. And it's always weirdos that be trying to do this shit, but they be the main ones that be doing it. That's the shit that always fucking perplexes me. And also poor people caping for rich people. Y'all got to stop doing that shit. Like, enough's enough. Elon Musk doesn't need you caping for him. You're not going to ever be as rich as him. So just fucking...
And he don't give a fuck about
Does
you.
not give a shit about, ooh, I'm caping for Elon. Like, shut the fuck up. He don't give a fuck about your broke ass. But it is what it is. Sorry, I had some shit on my mind.
No, hey, I love it. Anytime.
Broke people love caping for rich people. Like, I'm rich. I don't cape for rich people. Pay your fair share, okay? It's nice having money, but you can pay your fair share.
Agreed. Charles,
Before we go, can we give our predictions on tomorrow's games?
Charles, hey, you better pop up with a camera screen with all that voice of God
I know.
shit, dog. What you trying to do? Like you too good to show your face.
Show that melanin. You feel-
I'm a producer, so I don't pop up anyway.
Oh wait, no,
anywho,
yeah, we see the Clipper shirt. Put the shit back on. Put it back on. Give me that voice number. You out here?
yes,
Tomato.
I'm always gonna rap, no matter what. But yeah, I definitely want to see y'all predictions for tomorrow's game: Warriors, Memphis, Boston Bucks.
Ooh.
Yeah, go.
In Milwaukee and in San Francisco, right?
Warriors, Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I think.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tatum got some light-skinned chicanery up his sleeve, but I don't think Giannis coming back to the crib in Milwaukee, the good land.
And I think they figured something out that second half. They ate at that 25-point lead. You know what I'm saying? So for most of that half,
I think everyone's moving around, right? So we've got we're predicting, which games are we predicting here?
Tomorrow.
Hey man, let's get off here, G.
I'm looking on
Zach
ESPN.com.
geeking, dog.
Thursday, May 5th, May 5th,
No games,
2022.
right?
There are no games on
Y'all
ESPN.com's.
fucking around.
Oh, there's no games tomorrow.
There's not till
Y'all.
Friday.
What's Zach drinking
Oh,
over
my
there?
bad.
That
I'm
extra-
sorry.
That
I
extra
thought
day.
NBA. I thought they did this whole promo about games every single day.
Cinco de Drinko, homie. Show respect.
Oh,
Cinco de
Cinco
Mayo,
de
get
Mayo.
that-
was
get
not
that-
Cinco
Cinco de
hey,
Mayo.
Independence
My
Day.
bad.
Oh, you right.
My bad.
Cinco de
I might-
Mayo is not Independence Day for all y'all out there, okay?
I'll be high as
Video on
fuck
this
off
year's
strength.
ago. But
So-
eat
My
your
bad.
tacos, drink your margaritas, but respect the holiday.
Oh,
Saturday.
okay.
Saturday, my bad. So we'll have time to redo this. My prediction: Bucks W, Warriors W. There you go.
Wait, is there a game tomorrow or no? What are we
Easy.
talking
No,
about?
the day after. He's just
Okay.
saying the next
Games
game.
Friday.
Yeah.
Games Friday.
yeah,
we
Friday,
run back
games
today's
Friday.
dog shit games. Run back again.
On Friday?
On Friday.
Oh, wow. And then, damn, they did the flipperoo?
Yeah.
Somebody called. And before we leave, can we talk about NBA officials trying to make TikToks and shit? Cut
Bro.
that shit out. You guys do not make good enough calls to be out here trying to make Jack Harlow videos and shit. The 2-minute report is not clean. You be fucking shit up. You cannot be making videos.
I am.
Motherfucker trying to get retweets. Refs trying to
You're-
get clout. What's
Shut
the
up!
real
Shut
company?
up and whistle.
Put that whistle in your mouth.
Hey, bro, we need to get refs out the game, G. We got enough technology where we can find another way, bro. Get them out of here.
Elon, make a robot ref. Please stop.
Hey,
this.
Hey,
do
just
something
let
that actually
Elon-
helps people.
Let Elon
Fuck
call all
Teslas.
fouls from his fucking
You got one. You really put money in that man's pockets. Jesus Christ.
Hey,
Jesus
Everybody
man,
on
Christ.
the
it's a
show
nice
eats
car.
edibles.
It is a nice
Everybody on the
car.
show takes edibles. We all fuck up. Because I just
No, I completely. I was like looking at it and I was like,
honest.
what's that?
I'm a little high now, if I'm being honest.
I got a blunt in the garage with my name on it.
Bro, I'm gonna get higher after this motherfucker.
Yeah, me too. I got one already rolled up in the cup, ready to go. Take crumbs for the walk. Hit that on the street.
HI, and I'm gonna get HIGH after this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying?
All right. That's
Oh,
all
yeah.
I got. Anyone else got anything before we head out of here?
Let's get it. And shout out to
All
AK.
right, man, y'all be cool.
All right.
They